We is working. Shout Uncle Burly. Ah, 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 ah. Yes, sir. The big 5. Oh, I'm 2 years away from being 5'2". Now that might be the birthday. You know, everybody say you should do something big on your 50th birthday. I didn't do none of that. I worked actually, taught 2 classes, taught a kids class, sparred, and my body was wrecked. I had to go and get about 4 hours of sleep just to turn off the pain from sparring. So yes, at 50, that recuperation thing is different. It's different. I'm telling you, the recuperation at 50 is different. Hold on, let me move this over. Right here. I'm trying to get my follow going on. I bought the follow, so I want to be able to use it. Yeah, that recuperation at 50 is different, and you got to pretty much go get you some sleep. Let your muscles repair. So, maybe at 5'2", it'll be the big Lyte Burly party or something like that. But regardless of all of that, it's a blessing to reach 5'0", half a century, especially with everything, I had to deal with growing up. The streets were the streets. And if you see the title, that's part of the title. So what we finna do is mix coffee and Mary Jane with the workout. That's right. So as we talking, we working. Because we don't want to just be working so much that we just, out here flapping our gums. We want to flap our gums and flap them muscles. So you see the title, Hood Ninja versus Ninja that grew up in the hood. So why did that come to me? Because I was looking at Tank Davis, and I was watching Tank Davis, and smash that like button, people. Start playing with your Uncle Burly. Smash that like button. We're gonna be getting into this work as we talking. But I was looking at Tank Davis talk at one of his conferences, and then listening to Shakur go at Mason Cam, and everybody's talking hood shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the hood. But there is a difference, people. See, there's a difference between Mace Cam, Shakur Stevenson, and Javante Davis. But the one common thing is the hood. We can all say we grew up in the hood. But what makes a hood ninja different from someone who just grew up in the hood? I'm gonna tell you. It ain't Sherlock Holmes. This ain't this ain't Chinese arithmetic. A hood ninja is the ninja that was doing stuff in the hood. We talking about crack slinging, gun busting, robberies, stick-ups, jackings, blade, running the blade. That's the quintessential street ninja or hood ninja. See, if you grew up in the hood, you just grew up in the hood. You can't really claim to be a hood ninja, and nor should you want to, because there are a lot of side effects that come with being a hood ninja. But only in our culture we seem to uplift it. But we ain't going to do that around here. We ain't uplifting dumb-ish around here. We gonna call it for what it is. We gonna call a spade a spade. If it's some dumb-ish, we gonna call it that, and we ain't gonna follow that just because it's something that's written in the hood bylaws that are really only set in that hood, and outside the world they mean nothing. But you got people like Javante Davis trying to act like a hood ninja when he was in the gym. See, he couldn't really be a hood ninja as good as he is, because he's been boxing since he was 6 years old. So he really couldn't really be a hood ninja because he was in that gym. He can call himself a gym ninja or a gym rat, and that was his blessing. Calvin Ford, salute to Calvin Ford, his trainer, that seen something in him and plucked him out them streets before he could have became a hood ninja, and just made him a ninja that grew up in the hood. And while he was growing up in the hood, he seen some things. I'm pretty sure he's seen some things. He's seen some things, heard some things. But he was in the gym getting that work. That's why he's worth millions now. Because Calvin Ford started them off yay high. You know, unlike brothers like me that were actually hood ninjas that later on in your life, you see none of that serves you. Unless you took that money and bought buildings and investing in real stuff. See, we wasn't investing in real stuff. I'm here to tell you, we took the money, we jumped in cars, rode around the same neighborhoods we sold drugs in, smoking weed, spending the money, pretty much spending the money frivolously. Because they say fast money comes in fast, goes out even faster. That's a fact. Smash that like button, people. How we got 14 people and 0 likes? That's just disrespectful. That's just disrespectful, and I'm up here dropping knowledge. So I'm going to cut the knowledge and get to the workout, because obviously y'all ain't really too concerned about me dropping that knowledge, because we got 11 people and 1 like. So we're going to get to the workout, and, I'll spit some words every now and then. Let's get to the workout. Let's work. "50 push-ups. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We at this work. Hold on. One my thing ain't spinning. Now, I done had them send me this joint from TikTok shop that's supposed to follow you. Okay, there we go. The follow is on. Follow your boy. That's right. See, now you got to turn your wrist. See, I be seeing people punch with the weights. They be all here with it. What is this? That's not even practicing what you need to make your punch better. See, that's that hood ninja fighting. That's another thing about hood ninjas. A lot of windmill punching. They ain't never learned how to punch. See, Tank Davis being a ninja that just grew up in the hood, and he ain't have to deal with all of the hustling, busting guns and all that. He can focus on building his craft. And now look at him, worth millions. See, that's the way out the hood, people. Build your craft. Being a street ninja, we see the effects. Them boys is coming. See, there's a whole professions being ran off the fact that they need you to be a hood ninja. That's right. See, the hood ninjas is going to come up with the criminal enterprise. They need that. They need those criminal enterprises. Because then the judge ain't got a job, the DA, prosecution, legal aids, all that built off of the fact that they know somebody going to want to be a hood ninja. You know what I'm saying? Somebody going to want to do crime. And listen, America is built on crime. So, I ain't mad at you. The key is, it's a clock. See, when you really hustling, there's an invisible clock over your head. And when that clock sounds, that means they coming. They got evidence. They finna run you through. But now, if you could shut down before the clock comes, a lot of the times you can make it out. Ain't a lot of us that did that though. That sounds easy on paper. Stop hustling before police come. That sound real easy, right? Yeah, but greed is a mother. Greed is a bad mamma jamma, baby. Greed, I'm telling you, greed will break the most righteous. Even the most righteous fall to greed. Imagine you hustling, right? You hustling. You making $10,000 a day. And that's just your profit. You making $10,000 profit day, untraceable, untaxed. Uncle Sam don't know where this money is. He can't touch this money. And you doing it 7 days a week. So that's 70,000 in 1 week. That's 140,000 in 2 weeks. That's 280,000 you make in a month. You think you could just walk away from that? Who got the balls to walk away from 280,000 a month? Who that bad? Because if you that bad, you probably wouldn't be hustling. And if you are the one exception to the rule that's going to make it out. That's going to make it out. You are the one exception to the rule to be the person that can make that 280,000 in that 1 month and then call it quits. Say it's over. I'm done with it. No more hustling. I'm gonna take this 280, invest it and flip it. You are a bad mamma jamma if you can pull that off. Because greed is tough. Because most people are gonna say, I did 280,000 this month. Next month I'm gonna get that same 280,000. After that month, it's more 280s. 280. So you start looking at your money in the long range like, shit, couple of months, I'm gonna be a straight millionaire. That's how deep greed is. And even when you get the million, and they still don't know about you, you still ain't got no police contact, you want another million now. I'm telling you people, greed is damn near unbeatable. The only way to really beat greed is to go through it. Most people that made money, then lost it, they understand how to beat greed. You know, I don't know if you can beat greed off the first initial hit. Like your first come up, you're probably gonna fuck it up. The first come up in your life, you're probably gonna fuck up. But it's that fuck up that's gonna help you for your next come up that you know what to do. That you know not to trick the money off. You know you gotta stack that money. You know that money's not forever. But like I said, it takes some people a couple of runs. Some people go through 3 or 4 runs just fucking money up before they learn the lesson. So, you know, like I said, we all see it happening and sit back sofa hustling and talk about it. If that was me, I would have been got out, I would have bought businesses, and yeah, that sounds easy when you sofa hustling. But when you out there in them fields and that money coming fast and furious, you ain't all of that deep righteous stuff you talking gonna be out the window. You're gonna be talking your talk, walking around like a peacock. You're gonna be on peacock. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. And that's for everybody that's made some money or got hit with a flush of money. Whether you hustled it, got a lawsuit, or whatever. You know, anybody that's been in that situation knows you can spend some money, man. People be looking at like, how he spend that $5 million? Man, listen, 5 million. If your taste and habits, let's say you got 100,000 a month habit, and you got 5 million. 2 or 3 years, that money gone. You know, maybe 4 or 5 years. We say about 4 or 5 years at that spending spree, in about 4 to 5 years, 4.5 to 5 years, your 5 million is pretty much gone. That's how fast you can spend it. People be thinking money is unspendable. Go check the movie Brewster's Millions with Richard Pryor. He had to spend $300 and something million to get his real fortune. Like they told him, like, you got 300 and something million. You need to spend it without making money. You got to just waste it. And if you can pull that off, the real billions is waiting for you. And he's seeing how hard it is to spend 300 something million without making money. Because it's that type of money. But it still can be spent. Ask Mike Tyson. What Mike go through? Mike went through about 365. Mike did the movie. Mike went about through 365. It's possible, people. It's way possible. Because greed is a motherfucker. Greed make you feel like that money gonna come in forever. Like you got this forever. This forever money. This money bottomless. But the money never bottomless. It always has a bottom. It always has a top. Straight like that. Let's work. Man, we getting that ab money. Get that ab. You need that ab work. Iron shirt. Iron shirt, you gotta be able to take a body shot. Yeah, one of them body shots take the wind out you, baby. Them body shots make you quit on yourself. I'm telling you, you rather a good face shot. A good body shot make you quit on yourself. So yeah, let me just lay this on down. Maybe this fighting thing ain't for me. So I'll be getting the little ones. Yeah, we do the full ones. We do ones where you gotta stand up. But you gotta get those little ones. Those are the crunches. Those are the joints that crunch it up. Would make, yeah, like put that ab work on you, kid. You got to have that ab work, man. Iron shirt, kid. Iron shirt. Iron shirt all day, kid. Iron shirt. If you ain't got your iron shirt, how you gonna take one of them power punches to the belly? This is another thing. I'll be seeing them instructors out there with they. Now, I ain't gonna lie, when I came down there to Texas, you know, plus a couple of things I was going through, put a little weight on. But this is why you need good homies. Because my homie, Evolution Cat, reached out to me like, yeah, Lyte, you're looking a little chubby. I said, what? Did he just call me chubby? Had to turn it up. The diet, no sugar, no carbs, greens, protein, and you gotta do away with your favorite sodas. Pepsi is mine. I love some Coke too, but I love Pepsi. And you got to go more water. That's right, you got to go full water to get the ab muscles. Plus you gotta put in that ab work. You know what I'm saying? But the ab muscles are very important to fighting, because taking a body shot, woof. And like I said, these coaches out here with their belly all the way out there, it's not good. And you trying to teach us a discipline of fighting, but you showing us that you're not disciplined. That's right, that's what you're showing us. You're showing us that you're not disciplined. If you can't master your diet, you're showing us you're not disciplined. That's right, core strength. Core strength, baby. You got to have that core strength. So the next exercise we're about to do, headstanding, is for that very thing, which is core strength. Let me tuck my shit in. It's time to get that headstand work. Let's get it.
course, strength matters. Turn up, who with me? Patrick Maddox. PM is in the building. PM Burly. Patrick Maddox. PM Burly is in the building. Honorary Burly. You know, he been working with me for a minute. Yeah, we ain't getting no personal work in yet, but we will. That's right, because he's been supporting the team. PM Burly is in the building. Everybody in the chat, let's give a triangle trade salute to PM Burly. And I'm talking about real support. I'm talking about real support. I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate you. Yeah. Now let's get that sensitivity work. This is very good when you don't have somebody to grapple with. Of course, some of the best grappling work you can get is with a person. Because that's who you're going to be fighting against, right? You're going to be fighting against people with it. So it's good to have, you know, somebody to roll with and to work out your sensitivity. But there are drills you can do alone to help keep sensitivity in your forearms. You know, see, here we're sensitive. Your hand is very sensitive. You've been grabbing stuff with it, picking up pins, slapping people, slapping asses. You know, if you're a man to a female. Now everything else, that's not my, it's not for something for me to talk about. I'm just gonna put the no diddy on it. But, you know, as a man, you've been writing, making fists, slapping asses of women. You gotta make that apparent nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So your hands are pretty sensitive. So you want to bring that same sensitivity from here to here, to your forearms, to where you're gonna be grabbed at, to where you can bar your forearm against his body and read what he's trying to do. That's right, you turn your arms into reading arms. Now, this may look simple, but I guarantee that if you tried, you'll see what you're dealing with. So this is a good way to keep your arms sensitive for grappling until you can get to a point, you know, until you can get to back to where you're actually grappling with a real person. Because at the end of the day, I am a keen supporter, I am a top supporter, and sparring has to happen. You got to take your art against another human and test it out against him, because that's who you plan on using it against, right? So you got to make sure you have a human that's willing to work with you and loan you his body so you can learn your art. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is a small one. You can start off with a big ball, see what you get. The better you get with these, you can start to decrease the size of it. So, now that's a smaller surface. Now, when that one starts to get too easy, you know what you got to do. You got to go double. That's right. You seeing it right here live first. No Tai Chi man on the internet you didn't seen yet do it like your Uncle Burly. That's right. I got these Tai Chi men beat. They ain't doing this. They don't know nothing about this type of sensitivity. They don't know nothing about that. And still, 52 block, man. Look at the step ladder. Look at my step ladder. Come on now. Come on now. Stop playing. Uncle Burly's channel should have millions of followers right now. Y'all follow all of those fake dudes talking about throw a punch and I go here and then I take him here. Y'all following those dudes. And your Uncle Burly, I'm in these crease. I'm sparring. I'm ducking punches. I'm fighting for real fights. And y'all following those dudes. I see one dude, all he do is yell. Every time I see him, this is what you do. You go for the throat. That's all he do is he yells. And I look and I'm like, what the? But we living in the clown world, people. This is bizarro world where fake is up and real is down. You know what I'm saying? Fake is up and real is down. But I'm still here. See, that's the one thing that they can't stop our Uncle Burly. They can say what they want, but 23 years in the game, you know what I'm saying? You know, YouTube, I got an ill relationship with YouTube. They didn't help me beat my battles with people that tried to take my channel, you know. I had YouTube take the channel, had to get it back. I think it's been about like, I think I'm up to like 7 times I've lost my channel. I don't even think there's a YouTube channel on YouTube that suffered as many setbacks as I have and still got my channel back. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I understand this is bizarro world. I understand this is a bizarro world, but we got to start supporting the real. You know, we got to start supporting the real more. You know, but I have my supporters, and I'm blessed to have the people that I've had that have been supporting me from years, like my man PM Burly, Patrick Maddox in the building. That's right, supporting your boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, now one thing I haven't got is all 3. You know, I think that's sensitivity on the highest level. But also what you want too, let's turn it this way, is your sensitivity against something. You know, learning how to put it to your shoulder and get that shoulder work. Now, just the elbow work. Just that elbow work. Look at that. Just that elbow work. You know, forearm work. Shoulder. Circling with it. See, I circle with it. It comes out the other side. So now this is me putting my weight on it. So I can even, you know, if I can put some weight on that back foot in here, I can start practicing the kicks with it right here. You get that work? What you think? You can't get that work? What you think? Yeah, I ain't trying to kick that. I ain't trying to Muay Thai kick no trees. I ain't trying to break my leg live on live. I'm just trying to show you something. But I like that one. I'm gonna have to show that one again in the video. Oh yeah, they big for nothing. There's a lot of big for nothing dudes out there. They big for no apparent reason. That's right, drink water, people, drink water. Now, as I was saying earlier about the hood ninja and the ninja that just grew up in the hood, Tank, Shakur, they're just dudes that grew up in the hood and they should want to stay that. You don't want to be the street ninja. You don't want to be the hood ninja. It catches up with you later on in life. I'm 50, half a century. Been a street ninja for a long time, and like I said, street ninja as far as the criminal aspect. And during the moment, we all survive. But you get later on in life, that doesn't help your credit score. Nope. Being a street ninja do not help your credit score. No, it doesn't. It doesn't help the fact that you may not have a trade. And now you got to settle for menial jobs. So it's something that catches up with you. It's not something you want to do. And even if you are a street ninja, you have a chance of taking that energy and turning it into something else. Because all of the energy we had to run from police, we could have used that energy to do something more positive and something more, not even just positive, something more substantial. Let's take the positive and negative effect away from it. Just something more substantial. Because America been selling drugs for years. You know, we ain't the only drug dealers in the hood. You go to your local pharmacy, you can get, they do it right over the counter. So we're going to take away the negative and the positive aspect, or the positive and negative aspect of it. We're just going to look at it as do something that's going to be substantial for you later on in life. Now I got lucky because my last run, I knew that.
So I started training, and I put everything into my training. 6 hours, because you have a lot of downtime as a street ninja. This is where you usually mess up too, because you got too much downtime. So I took the downtime that I used to just F off and started training 6, 7, 8 hours a day. So I had the money to live. I didn't have to run off to work, and I had all of this downtime. So I made time serve me. That's what Don King said. Don King said when he went to jail, he seen people serving time. He decided to make time serve him. So that's what I did, because I had already seen. I already had my run, and we did nothing but F off the downtime. And when police came, when everybody went to jail, we had no money and we had to start over. That's nonsense. It's nonsense. So the next run I got, I made sure that I'm gonna do something with my downtime. I decided to put it in the 52 and other arts and masteries of martial arts. And now, 20 something years later, there's possibilities of turning that into a form of a career that can support me, my family, maybe even build what they say today, generational wealth, GW. It may even bring in some GW. You never know. But the key is, I took that downtime and did something with it. So this is where most street ninjas go wrong. So a ninja that just grew up in the hood, be proud that you grew up in the hood without all of that nonsense. Don't get out there and start acting like you was the street ninja, because you're not, and you wasn't. And that's not something you want to try to be. Be the ninja that just grew up in the hood and did something substantial with his life, and now you out there making all of the right moves and getting to the bag and doing beautiful things. That's a better turnout, That's just words to the wise. So what else can we do with this ball to increase our punching thing? So you see me juggling with the basketball sometimes. So you can do it with your fist, which is harder because the gloves kind of make it easier. But your knuckles, you got it, all of the different sides of your knuckles and how it hits the ball kind of makes the ball go it's harder to control. So that gives more challenge. So that's another thing you can do. So what does that drill, what can that drill help me with? One, turning the punch. As you see, it's not just about just hitting it, it's about turn. Turning your fist to keep it up. So that turn goes makes this turn right here with your punches easier. You start to get your wrist start to loosen up so you can snap your punch, snap. See, this is not just this big wide hook that casts the big shadow. Look at the shadow that hook casts. Now, when you learn how to turn that wrist over, bang, that's it right there. He got a little time to see that. See this one? He got all that time to see that, and he may escape under there. See, but when that wrist is loose, bang, yeah. Escape, get under that one. Yeah, he gonna have to know his ish to get under that one. So the turning of your fist is everything, and any way that you can practice that is a good drill. I use this one. And just the temperament of your punch. To keep it up, I can't hit it too hard. My pressure game has to get better. So your pressure and touch game with your punches get better. So everything is like a flick, 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 flick. Now, can you throw a karate punch like that? Yeah, you can. I'm not saying. It's tricky. It could be, if you hit these, you're gonna mess your hand up. If you land on these, if he's moving his head and you go to karate punch him and you don't catch them right knuckles, it's gonna be problems. See, what turning your fist, every time I turn, I'm trying to put all of the pressure on the punch knuckles. Bang, bang, even the hook. Look at the hook. Look at the two knuckles that's not touching the basketball. These two at the bottom right here. So even when I'm throwing my hook, I'm not trying to, it's not up here. You're not trying to hit with your whole fist because your whole fist is not made for punching. Remember, we evolved to punch each other in the face. Our hands weren't made to make fists to beat each other up. Our hands were to manipulate tools and the environment around us.
But we decide to ball them up and bust it and boo bop each other over the head. So if that's something we gotta do, you gotta understand the science that these two knuckles are supported by the forearm. These are your strongest knuckles. These two knuckles are called the boxer's break. They're literally called the boxer's break when you go to the doctor because they made of a lot of little bones and they break easy. These two knuckles supported by the forearm. So when that's the two knuckles you're hitting with. Oh, yeah, my right hook's kind of crazy. And it turns right over. None of this. Not saying that you can't do it. You can add a little loopy loop to your hook if you want to. It's not written in stone. I just think the no shadow hook is right there. You don't give them time to think. You put that joint on them. So turning your wrist. This is a good drill for turning your wrist. Now let me slip some water. Get back to the workout. Sip water. Share this video. Get it out there. Your Uncle Burly out here working. Giving away free game. We got free game. So let's move this into the sun a little bit. Let's get a little sun on this rope jumping. Get a little sun on that. Now let's talk about the rope jumping. One thing you want to master with your rope jumping is doing less with your arms. So what does that mean? Your rope jumping shouldn't look like this. See my arms, they all crazy, I'm tired already. That type of stuff will kill you. When you want to get your rope jumping, it's right in the wrist. You want to kind of be able to attach your elbows and go here. So that way your arms is not doing all of this crazy stuff. It's all in the wrist. All in the wrist. Nice turning, finding your rhythm. When you start finding your rhythm, you can start getting all of the tricky stuff, right? Get into all of the tricky stuff, but it all happens here. Not that crazy arm killing yourself. It's already going to be a cardio thing already, so you don't want to kill yourself. Keep it light. All right, what else we got over here? Well, it is, my peoples. I got some other videos to make, so we ain't gonna keep this live going too long. Just salute to the peoples. Big pun forever. Salute. Salute, kids. Salute. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I've been at it for a minute. I ain't gonna. It's been quite a journey, you know. I turned 50 yesterday. Yesterday, your Uncle Burly made 50. The big 5-0. At 52, we gotta throw the crazy 52 block party when I turn 52. But yeah, it's been a crazy run and a blessed run. I think anything that you can do for 20 years is a blessing, except for the wicked stuff. You got some people that have been doing wickedness for 20 years, but even then they could consider that a blessing, because most wicked people don't get a 20-something year run. So if you are wicked and you are, you know, doing wicked stuff and you got a 20-year run, you got some sort of blessing. Zen, salute, appreciate that. Happy birthday. Thank you. Yes, sir. 5-0. Half a hundred. That's right. Life is a blessing. Life is a blessing. And at some point, death becomes a blessing. You know, people, we look at death like it's all bad, but at some point, death is a blessing too. When you live long enough and, you know, and you tired, guess what that next blessing is? For death to come take you home. Appreciate that. Happy birthday. Appreciate the happy birthdays. That's right. Yesterday, I turned 5-0. Kept it real simple. Taught some classes. Smoked a little weed. Went to sleep because I sparred and I was feeling every part of 50. I can tell you that physically at 50, your recuperation powers ain't the same. I remember when I was 12, I could fall from the jungle gym. I could fall off the top jungle gym and hit my head on every bar all the way to the ground, get up and keep playing. That's that. When you 12 years old, you got a recuperation, you got a healing factor that's like Wolverine. But when you get 50, if I fell from that same jungle gym, the first bar I hit my head on, I'd be dead. The other ones would just be bonuses on the way to the ground. PM Burly said, you saving lives, Unc. I appreciate you. That's what you're supposed to do as an elder. If you are elder general and you done made it through wars and you done seen stuff, your next blessing, your next job is to give it back. Your next job is to give it back. Straight like that. If you are elder in this game and you survived all types of wars and situations, your next job is to give that back to another young man so he don't have to fight as many wars as you had to fight. Or maybe the wars you fought. He gonna still have to fight. We can't take that from him. Brandon Lowe says, Lyte turned me into a superhero. Salute. Superheroes on deck. Grab your capes. Grab your capes. That's right. That's right. We caping for that work. We caping for that work. Jewels all the time. Yeah. Like I said, you know, street ninjas to hood ninjas. You don't want to be a street ninja. There's a detour waiting for you as a street ninja. You know, all of the street ninjas I knew, they're not doing it right now. They got regular jobs. Some of them got lucky, came home and was able to, like, you know, have connections to get them good jobs. Like my one homie, he came home. I think he's like a foreman, like on a construction site. Pulled him in. He getting big money. Other homie, he got a job working with transit or something like that. Like, you know, some dudes get lucky, you know, from the connections they made, that after their hustling career is over, they can you know, they can still get on with their life, but that's a small percentage. Most are done. You know, most hustled so long that there's nothing left. And while they were hustling, the world was changing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had easy hustling because there was no cameras. Like, you come out on the block, get your hustle on to go home. You can't stand on the block no more. There's cameras everywhere. They ain't even got to see you anymore. The camera be watching you. They just got to go collect the footage, come to your house, and collect you. That's it. Easy work. Now, before, they had to get on rooftops. They had to hide in vans with binoculars to try to see what we was doing. They had to do work to catch us. Right now, they ain't got to do no work to catch you. You on camera. You being videotaped. I think they say you get videotaped like 100 times when you leave your house, walking past stores and, you know, and all of this. So that line of hustling is pretty much done. You know, you ain't gonna be able to pull it off like that anymore. So, you know, when you just hustling, the world is changing right around you. So even though your hustle is strong and it was good for a moment, the world changes like that, and now you can't do what you were so good at doing. Me included. I was pretty much a successful hustler. I wasn't Big Meech, Larry Hoover, whipping work. Hallelujah. Nah, I wasn't there. We was close. We touched some numbers, but we wasn't at Big Meech status at nowhere near. Like, that's another thing as hustling. Even within the hustling group, it's still like hitting the lottery. Out of all of the hustlers that I know, very few made it to Big Meech status. You know, very few. You know, there was some that did good numbers, but very few of us made it to, you know, you renting out private jets, and very few. So that even within the hustling world, to make it that big, it's still an exception to the rule. It's still an anomaly, you know, anomalies to the rule. But generally, you just made tax-free money, and that's still good enough. Like, you know, like, even if you could imagine making $1,000 a day tax-free money, that's still good money. You know, you ain't Big Meech, but $7,000 a week, 14, you know, what's that? 28,000 a month. That ain't nothing to shake a stick at either. That ain't nothing to be mad at. So, you know, there was a lot of, you know, in between from zero to Big Meech that you could survive within hustling. The problem is, if you wasn't taught money management skills, you probably F that money off. You know what I'm saying? That's why they said fast money comes in fast money comes fast, leaves just as fast. So, you know, that's the trickery with that type of money, is that it's way hard to keep that money. You know what I'm saying? So, better to be a ninja that just grew up in the hood than be a street ninja. You know, there's no glorification to that. It's a dead-end job, and if you are able to make money off of it, I would say invest immediately. Start looking for your exit strategy. If right now, if you a young man or you anybody that's hustling, keep your mind on your exit strategy. Do not get comfortable. Do not get comfortable around there, because that's how they catch you. They catch them comfortable dudes that forget police is coming. Don't forget that if you are doing something illegal, listen, Popo is coming. They're going to figure it out soon enough. So, hurry up, get that money, invest, get out of there. By the time they come, you should be all legal beagle. You should have legal beagles on the real beagle dogs that are legal at your job site. So when they come in, you can say, I'm legal beagle, and I really actually got the beagles. Mess they head up. The alphabet boys ain't gonna know what to do. They're gonna be like, what? He's legal now? He's legal beagle and he bought some beagles? Okay, we can't mess with this guy. We out of here. Let's go catch one of them comfortable dudes that forgot we were coming. You know what I'm saying? See, police is like the devil. One of the greatest tricks the devil done is made us forget that he exists. One of the greatest tricks that the devil has done is made us forget that he exists. That's the same thing with the police. When you hustling like the devil ain't real, then he gonna be at your doorstep pretty soon. You gonna see him.
You know, when you hustling, you got to know the devil's real. The devil is a lie, and you got limited time, and you got to hurry up and get out of there and get back on your righteous foot. Get back on your righteous foot. That's all. So, for everybody that followed this live, you know, hopefully you like this live. I figured I'd try to do something different besides just working out and just talking at the end. We're going to work out and talk as we work out. Because it's those minutes, it's those moments where you got to kind of let the set refresh that we can talk, and then we get back into our work. So I appreciate everybody that's joined me on this live. A half a century strong. I started putting out YouTube videos in 2007. I've been putting out YouTube videos since 2007, and it's 2024. And some may say, hey, Lyte, you've been at this for a minute, and you ain't made the millions. You ain't made them millions, but let me tell you, I've been free to do a job that I love for years. And yes, you know, it's not the luxury lifestyle, but I'm still here. And know one thing, people, because I'm a hustler and I've made lots of money. And one thing I know about money, money follows passion more than anything. Passion and paper go together, people. Passion and paper go together. If your passion is strong enough, the paper is just a byproduct and the end result of you being able to do the job you love. Because most people can't do the job they love. They are forced to do the job they have to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for those of us that are doing the job that you love to do, and you may not have made millions, no, you've already made your millions, because you are allowed to do a job that you love to do. So, join me on my next live. Coffee and Mary Jane meets Workout Burly.